welcome to YouTube.com, featuring Robin Hood Radio, featuring this entry into the Blind Islands 217 subs contest, 217 contest. Hello, Blind Island, hope you're doing well. Hope all you watch this video are well. Not sick or anything, that'd be terrible, but this hopefully will be a good video and will lift your spirits if you are. It is a contest that I thought I wouldn't be able to come up with. It would take me time to come up with things, and then it took me a lot shorter than I thought it would. There are some contests in the VC community I just don't enter because I know I won't have vinyls. I won't have vinyl in my collection that fits whatever theme they're talking about, or I just don't know if I do, and it would take me too long to try and figure that out. This was one of the ones where I thought it would take me a while to figure it out. It turns out it's just a quick Discog search away. Type in 7 minutes, gave me a 7-minute song, gave me some album with 7-minute song. I don't even know if it could have been something else about the album that sent me to it, but anyways, I was able to find that, and then I was able to just think a little bit and come up with a under 1 minute song that I absolutely loved. So anyways, subscribe down below to the Blind Island channel if you don't yet. He is awesome. He just released a video going over the Turtles, and his music taste is like great. One of the Turtles albums he just went over, and his favorite band is the Beach Boys, which I adore the Beach Boys. So he is awesome. Subscribe to him. Super knowledgeable. He mostly listens to older music, it seems, but that's cool. And most of the old music he listens to is stuff that I would also listen to. Though he has like such a varied range that he can fit anyone's taste really. So anyways, that's my plug for him. In the contest too. So first question was the two albums that are similar, that are from the two albums from the same artist that are different in genre. So for that, I picked one that hopefully I can talk about in a short amount of time because I do have some thoughts about this and I don't think I've talked about it yet on my channel. But that is Leon Bridges. This is not his Coming Home album, but this is the extended edition 10-inch of the Coming Home Sessions, which I got for Christmas or my birthday one year. Absolutely adore 10 inches, and this was just a great thing to have. I don't have his album on vinyl, which is obviously why I'm not showing you that. But I love this. This is R&B soul music. This is funk soul. This is just soul music from the 50s, 60s era. It's done in that style, but it's modern and it's awesome. And the album and this 10-inch, I love so much. And then for his next album, Good Thing, he went a totally new direction, which I'll explain to you why I wasn't at all a fan of it. He even recently released an album with Khruangbin, which has been going around by VC and has been like big vinyl purchase for a lot of people. And I liked it. It was fine. There was nothing like stand out to me necessarily that like I need to own it in physical format ever. But it was good. It was better than Good Thing, and man, so he made Good Thing, and his explanation behind it was, I don't want to be labeled a 50s nostalgia act, which I understand, but also I personally never labeled him that. I didn't think of him at all. I just thought like, man, he's like making awesome music that just sounds like that, but it's still like it's not just from that era, but it's just great music. And his style fitted also, and it was awesome. He was one of the coolest people, in my opinion. And then he was just like, I don't want that, and I've always loved R&B, and so I just want to make an R&B record. And so what he released with Good Thing was an R&B pop record. I don't have the CD. My brother had the CD, and he brought a stack of his CDs home with him from college, my younger brother, and he doesn't have a lot of CDs, so the stack was most of his CDs, and Good Thing wasn't in it, so I can't show you a physical copy of it like I planned to, so I'll just put a picture here. But it was like, it had some good songs, but it was R&B pop. It wasn't unique. This album was unique. It was very Leon Bridges. It was its own thing. And Good Thing is also Leon Bridges, and it's obviously his own thing, and he's allowed to do whatever he wants, and like more power to him to make the artistic choices he wants to make. But the album just sounded like very. It was not significantly different from everything else that was happening. It's popular on the radio, and in R&B and pop music. And so while there are some good songs on there, overall it was just like a big disappointment for me that he would have something so unique and so awesome, and then just be like, but I'm not just nostalgia and that, and so I'm gonna make an R&B album because I love it, and like power to him, but it just didn't hit with me. Especially he goes into a higher vocal range that he didn't use at all on Coming Home. He even said he released like a Coming Home Part 2 and then made a decision to switch. And obviously he couldn't have just released a Coming Home Part 2. He would have had to switch it up some, and he might have even chosen to use my vocals on that. But even in that style, I may have enjoyed his high vocals more. But in general, his higher vocal range, it's just not pleasant to my ears. Obviously, other people love the album and it's pleasant to their ears, but that's just a personal thing. But overall, it was just a big disappointment when you changed from this to do Good Thing. So that's Leon Bridges. And I honestly just don't go back to the album. Haven't gone back to it in a long time, Good Things. But this is one I have on my iPhone, the MP3s of the actual album, and then I listen to this record quite often. So Leon Bridges, love the guy. Unfortunately, for me, he changed genres to something that I'm just not a fan of. But it's just how it is. For the one, hopefully that wasn't too long. Let's go on to the next question. For the one, it was a song under 1 minute. So clocking in at 56 or 58, I think 58, I don't know, seconds off Thelonious Monk's music, Abide With Me. My gosh, what a spectacular album opener. There are a few album openers that I would enjoy more than this one. And I saw J.D. McPherson. You can't see that. That's out of your frame. It's on my wall up above the Turtles is J.D. McPherson album. I saw him in concert, and he walked on stage to Abide With Me, and it was the coolest move, coolest thing I've seen. It was, oh man, it's something else. But Abide With Me, what an album opener. Just like a not super jazzy, kind of acoustic for jazz take on the classic hymn, Abide With Me. It's a hard hitter, man. This album is a hard hitter. This is one of my favorite jazz albums, period. One of my favorite jazz album covers, period. I actually reviewed this for a music appreciation class in community college that I took. And it's so good. And so if you haven't heard this yet, you have to check it out. This is one of the few classic jazz records that I own on repress. I don't really own many of the classic jazz records just because they're expensive, and I don't typically like to purchase represses, but this was earlier on in my collection days. And I'm honestly glad I own it because it's a fire album. But in general, I would like to try and get some older originals of some of the classics, but just at the moment, I'm just a college kid who I don't have a job at the moment, so I don't have money to spend on crazy records. But this one, though, worth it, even in a repress. I get it, y'all. And listen to Abide With Me. That is my under 1 minute song. And then for a 7 minute song, which I thought was going to be the hardest, but I searched my Discogs, just typed in 7 minutes, and this album popped up. David Carter Band, Illuminate, and then I looked into the other discography, and there are other songs that are near, so they have a lot of longer songs that are around the 7 minute range, because that's just a really specific time, but I was able to find it. So I'll show you the one that it popped up with, and I don't even know if this was because it was a 7 minute song, but clocking in at 7:30 is, I don't know why, but I had a hard time remembering what the song was. It's Intoxicating. It's the shorter names song on the track. I don't know. Anyways, Intoxicating, great song. But I want to show you the better one that is also a little closer to 7 minutes in length. that I absolutely adore a ton, and it's off my record I own of Church Music, David Crowder Band, one of my favorite albums of all time, second favorite David Crowder Band album, or third. It's probably third actually, because Give Us Rest was awesome, but it is the last song on this album, In the End, Oh Splendid Light, which clocks in at 6 minutes and 53 seconds. So really close to 7 minutes there, to down to 7, which is why I showed you Intoxicating, but closer to 7 minutes, and I just adore this song so much. It is one of my favorite ending tracks of an album of all time. My favorite of all time comes from my favorite album of all time by them, which is A Collision. Favorite album, just period. But the ending song on there is my favorite ending song of all time. But this might even just like be my second, just because I love this song so much. So it is electronic vibe to it. It's got like electronic elements to it. To me, it kind of sounds like a night driving song, like something you would drive at night and listen to. But it's just got this feel to it that is like so unique and just puts my mind in like some just. There are some songs that do this to me, where like something about the way they feel just feels like magical or something, to where my mind just like goes into this state of like bliss, I guess. It's not like something you would experience if you had ever taken. Which I've never taken drugs, but it's not like anything you would experience if you would like take a drug, and like that's what this song makes me feel. But it's just like a happiness and like whoa, this is cool and I love this. Where it's just gives me so much joy. So really long explanation for something that probably isn't that complicated. But dang if I don't love this song a ton. It's fantastic. And so definitely check it out if you have not listened to it yet. I think you'd enjoy David Crowder Band if you don't already listen to them. Blind Island. But thanks for coming to my oasis and seeing my video. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. Maybe you found some music to go listen to. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you already like some of the music I showed. Let's be friends. Comment down below. I don't know. Just say hi. And I will see you when I see you. Robin Hoodie out. You have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for holding the contest. Blind Island. Peace.